In the Sieghart family's judgment ceremony, children's mana purity and attributes were to be revealed to determine who is worthy of the name of a family of the strongest sword masters and aura users. The first boy approaches the giant stone sword, and it glows with a green aura, showing a wind attribute and higher than average mana purity. Next comes a girl, and the sword emits a blue aura, even better than the first, making everyone overjoyed that the family has found another prodigy. Finally, it is Raon's turn. The patriarch tells him to step forward. As soon as Raon touches the sword, it emits only a faint white aura, considered the weakest. Others begin to mock him, but the patriarch silences them and ends the ceremony quickly. When the hall is empty and only the patriarch and his servant remain, the giant sword suddenly glows again, this time with a blazing golden fire aura. This was the same power possessed by the founder of the Sieghart family, capable of melting anything. The patriarch is stunned, wondering how powerful Raon could become. However, even the patriarch doesn't know who Raon truly is. He is the reborn, strongest assassin who was betrayed by his own master. On a cold night, the Shadow Group's best assassin meets his master, Darius Robert. The master has realized Raon is free from mind control and wants to know how. House Robert turns kidnapped children into emotionless assassins, but Raon had accidentally broken his mind shackles during a mission. When Raon asks how Darius found out, Darius reveals that every assassin has two shackles, the mind shackle and a second one. Suddenly, a sharp pain rises in Raon's chest as Darius reveals the rage worm implanted inside assassins, which can devour the heart upon the master's command. As the worm eats his heart, Raon vows he won't die like a dog and will at least leave a mark on Darius. He charges forward, but is instantly decapitated. Yet, Darius is shocked because Raon managed to wound him. He orders the other assassins to dispose of the body and leaves. Raon's fading consciousness is filled with rage as he remembers the life Darius stole from him. With his last breath, he prays to any god or demon for a chance at revenge. Suddenly, a trinket on his neck begins to glisten, and a strange screen shows he has been chosen by a being named Wrath. But before Wrath can descend, Raon's body dies, and the process is cut short. Sometime later, a young woman is playing with her child, whom she calls Sunshine. That child is Raon, reincarnated into the family of this woman, Sylvia. Raon retains his assassin memories. Initially, he thought it was a dream, but he gradually accepts this new life. In playful chatter, Sylvia tells him the lord of the house hasn't come to give him a proper name yet. She doesn't know Raon understands everything. Raon thinks about how 100 days have passed since his birth, but the lord hasn't come. He realizes he is born into a rich, prestigious family, which is an advantage for his revenge. He hasn't left the building, so he doesn't know his status, and he is struggling to master the Flame Links technique. Revenge against Darius is still far off. Suddenly, the maid Helen announces the Lord has returned. Sylvia tries to get ready, but the Lord enters through the main door with a strong aura. Raon recognizes him immediately. Sylvia calls him Father, meaning he is Raon's grandfather. Raon confirms he is none other than Glenn Sieghart, the Northern Lord of Destruction, the apex of the continent. Raon realizes he is born into the continent's most powerful family. Glenn names him Raon, the same name from his past life, and tells him to live as if he doesn't exist. That night, Raon finally practices Flame Links alone. Normal techniques store mana in a core, but Flame Links create circular rings around the heart, increasing stamina, focus, and mana affinity while staying hidden from transcendent beings. He needs strength and Sieghart swordsmanship for his revenge, but there's a problem. His new body's mana circuits are filled with destructive chill. 9 circuits are blocked, and he could die soon. He must break them with Flame Links. After long cultivation, he collapses from exhaustion. Luckily, he falls asleep just as Lord Glenn enters and releases his aura over the sleeping child. The next morning, Raon resumes baby duties, crawling more to impress his mother. He finds acting like an infant more painful than the destructive chill. Later, Sylvia receives a visitor, Ragat Saint, the continent's greatest healer. He says he came to check on Sylvia's child. He notes the baby looks like Sylvia and is the opposite of his grumpy grandpa. He is annoyed that Glenn named the boy Raon, meaning shadow. Their informal tone confirms they are old friends. After a checkup, the saint tells Sylvia the child has the curse of bitter frost. His circuits are blocked. His chances of becoming a swordsman are low. and he won't live long without treatment. Sylvia is in shock. The saint leaves to get medicine. Raon is relieved to have a name for his condition. Suddenly, a tear falls on his face. Sylvia is crying, vowing she won't let him die. For the first time, Raon feels a strange pain in his heart. He doesn't want to see Sylvia cry. He reaches out, wipes her tear, and says, "Mama," for the first time. Driven by desperation, Sylvia bursts into the room where the Lord and Saint are talking. The Lord is angry at the intrusion, but Sylvia begs him to save Raon. Lord Glen coldly says saving a boy who cannot be a warrior is pointless. When Sylvia reminds him Raon is his grandson, Glen orders the guards to drag her out. After she is gone, the saint calls Glen a stubborn fool. The saint reveals that Glen actually called him there because he had already noticed the problem. Glen's aura had pushed back some of the chill temporarily. Glen says it doesn't matter if he's a warrior as long as the child survives. The saint taunts him for hiding his love behind a harsh exterior. When asked why he chose the name Shadow, Glen says that years ago, the name meant the exact opposite. Days later, Sylvia gives Raon the elixir left by the saint. Years pass, and Raon turns 5. A system notification tells him he has completed his second flame link, increasing his soul rank, mana affinity, focus, and stamina. He suspects the system, which appeared right after birth, is helping his progress. However, his stamina and curse haven't improved much. He has survived only due to elixirs and Sylvia's care. He knows he has time, and that his flame technique and Sieghart swordsmanship will eventually overcome his weakness. He knows the only weapon to defeat someone like Darius is patience. Later, Sylvia dresses him for the discernment ceremony. The continent is split between 6 lords and 5 demons. Raon is born to one of the lords. The ceremony identifies jewels among stones. At the venue, people look at Sylvia and Raon with contempt, calling Sylvia a failure. Sylvia ignores them. Lord Glen arrives and the sword of discernment is dropped in the center. It reveals mana potential. The first child, Warren Sieghart, shows high-quality light. Then Runan Slan, a prodigy, gives a bright result. When Raon is called, the crowd sneers. He touches the sword and sees visions of a young warrior destroying monsters with a fire-covered sword. The vision ends, and the sword displays an element, but the light is less than half of the others. People mock him. Glen watches silently. Sylvia takes him back to his seat, assuring him he did well. After the crowd leaves, the sword suddenly erupts with a golden fire, the same light seen only at the founder's ceremony. Glen is stunned, realizing Raon is responsible. 7 years later, Raon is 12. His stats show the curse and poor stamina remain, but he has gained water resistance. He is close to the 3rd flame link. His mother reminds him of the next discernment ceremony. There, Lord Glen asks why Raon hasn't responded to the basic training summons sent a month ago. Sylvia explains she didn't tell him because of his health. Glen remains cold. Those who cannot walk must crawl to training. That is the Sieghart way. He tells her to follow the rules or leave the house. The crowd whispers about how Sylvia previously left the house, destroying her core and mana circuits to marry her lover. Raon's father,